22. Joe from FallenOne Gaming, you know what to do.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hadouken!
Get over here! Hi, I'm martial art master Daniel Casino. You know me as the original Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Smoke. You are tuning in to NerdCage Live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Don't miss an episode or you'll get caged. So let's finish him.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe.
Okay.
Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful!
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster! Oh no, Joe! The galaxy's doomed because of you!
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
About you.
Yo, that's f***ing diabolical.
About humanity.
Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCageLive.
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Jay St. G,
And I'm Joe from FallenOne Gaming.
and we have a special message from NerdCage Live and NerdCage Live Gaming, because we know a lot of y'all like the game, right? Well, we decided here at NerdCage that we wanted to give away something special. A big thank you. Not only a thank you, but we need your help too. Joe, what is it that we're giving away?
We are giving away an Xbox Series X.
Yes! Brand new! See? Right here, still sealed. We are giving this sucker away. But in order for us to give this away, we need your help. Get us to 1,500 subscribers and we will give this away.
If you guys get us to 1,500 subscribers, this can be all yours.
United States and Canada only. We're not shipping all over the world, all right?
Yeah.
So here's how this is gonna happen. Get us to 1,500 subscribers, and then we're gonna release another video on how you can enter. This is not gonna be the only giveaway. So the first prize, obviously, will be the Xbox Series X, brand new, shipped right to you. Second prize will be a digital $100 gift card from Amazon.
Third place will be a $50 digital Amazon card.
Now, listen, if you get us to 1,500 subscribers, just maybe, we'll do another giveaway. 1,500 subscribers, and this bad boy can be yours. Keep it tuned to NerdCage Live when we release the second video on how to enter once we hit 1,500 subscribers.
Hi, I'm Leah Montalongo, the OG Sindel. Please like, subscribe to NerdCage Live.
Greetings, citizens. You're now trapped in a nerd cage. We hope you have a smashing good time.
You're now about to witness the strength of geek knowledge. Hello, welcome. That's right. Once again, you are trapped in NerdCage Live. This channel is a celebration of all things pop culture, including movies of 2022. I'm your co-host, Jay St. G, certified geek 7 days a week, coming to you live from yours truly, the land of the snow and the land of the blow, Syracuse, New York. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to our sub-channel, that is NerdCage Live Gaming, and subscribe right here so you can win yourself an Xbox Series X. And always with me, always among us, is our moderator and trollhammer, stronger than the DK Banana Slammer, is Joe from FallenOne Gaming. Please introduce our handsome as fuck panel tonight.
Tonight we have Wes from Reel Talk, a movie podcast, Josh from On Paper and Movie and Gaming Aficionados, and Will, aka Willdband from Monstrosities.
How y'all doing tonight?
Great,
Doing
great,
good,
very
St.
good.
Jay.
Very good. Excited to be here once again.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Joe, before we go any further, who do we got in the chat tonight?
In the chat tonight we have Artar11, Doomzilla, Shay Smithers, Scott Bannock, Derek from Bonus Commentary, and I think we got a few workers in there somewhere.
Awesome. Thanks so much. We appreciate y'all being here tonight as we're going to dig deep into the best movies of the year according to this fabulous panel on screen. Plus, Pretty Guardian and Derek, aka I'm the One Who Nerds, who couldn't be here tonight, but their list factor in to our rankings tonight.
Okay.
So before we get started here, and we're going to start with 2 honorable mentions, and then we're going to count down through all the 5 movies, and we'll go through all of our individual lists as well. But I want these fine gentlemen to promote whatever they want to promote and all that good stuff. So we'll start over with Wes from Reel Talk. By the way, the links are in the description. Please sub these guys up. They're fantastic content makers and awesome friends. So Wes, what do you got in the works, man?
Well, St. Jay, thanks for having me. It's good to be with the fellas here again on NerdCage Live. It's always a great time. And man, this was stressful to get prepared for because I've been trying to watch through different screeners and things I have from the studios, just trying to cram in as many 2022 movies to figure out, what is going to make my list. So although I still have a stack of screeners over here I've not yet been able to watch, I was at least able to put together my top 10 so far. So what we've got going on at Reel Talk Movie Podcast is there's lots and lots of movie podcasts and gaming podcasts and all this type of stuff that are out there right now. But I think what's really cool that Reel Talk does is we take the concept of like a fantasy football draft and we apply it to movies. And so we literally just did our Christmas movie draft where each of the hosts, we drafted Christmas movies to see who could make the best team of movies. And so that was this year's Christmas episode. It just released on pretty much anywhere you get a podcast, you can find our Reel Talk Movie Podcast episode, our Christmas draft. So that's what we've got going on. And like I said, again, just excited to be here for this episode.
All right, Wes, thanks so much. Always appreciate you being here. And Josh, you've been busy with us, but I know you got stuff in the works and you're in the middle of a rebrand, man. Go ahead, plug away.
Yeah, Josh, On Paper is the name of my channel. Just got a couple more subs, trying to get to 300. Go make sure you check my stuff out, sub me up. Doing a lot of different things, a lot of weird things. And I'm happy to be here. NerdCage Live, always fun, always good time. And I'm excited to see what's the top 5 of the year. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Check out my thing, sub to my channel, and like some videos. Thank you.
All right, wow, man, you are probably our most frequent guest here, but man, I know you got a lot of stuff in the works, so go ahead. What's new and exciting? Plug away.
All right, so at the moment on my channel, Willdband, at the moment I'm just reacting to Batman the Animated Series. I'm trekking my way through season 1 because season 1's really long. I'm hoping to add a second show soon with my buddy Charles. For those who have watched my previous live streams, he'll be joining me for a reaction series soon. But when I'm not doing stuff on my Willdband channel, I am doing stuff with the Petty Cash Podcast, our podcast, which usually puts up episodes on Mondays at 7 a.m. We're currently on a holiday break, but we are also uploading all our previous episodes that you may have missed on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio Podcasts. So we catch up with all those episodes while we're getting ready to come back and start recording episodes again for that. On the monstrosity side of things, it's been a little quiet as of late. I know Matt's brewing some stuff for both some live stream and some scripted content. When I make my next appearance is always a surprise for both the audience and myself. But other than that, just been chilling with the NerdCage gang a lot more frequently as of late. And I'm always busy. Even when I'm not at work, I'm always busy doing something here on my laptop.
Excellent. And Joe, tell them what we're doing on Twitch tomorrow.
Tomorrow we go back to Donkey Kong 64 with the DK rep.
Hell yeah. And then on Tuesday.
On Tuesday we go back to Gotham Knights to finally finish off Mr. Freeze.
Hopefully. But yes, it's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It has.
All right, before we get started here, I just want to thank everybody who donated to our cause when we did our cheesy movie for charities this past Saturday. We doubled our goal of $500, and we ended up raising $1,025 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So thank you to everybody who was awesome and shared it, donated, and all that good stuff. Really proud. I mean, you guys are amazing. And that live stream was so much fun. So thank you to Willdband, thank you to Tab99, Josh, Kaiju Ken, all those who made it possible for us to raise $1,025 for St. Jude's, and we will be bringing it back next year. And my final announcement here, yes, Joe and I will still be twitching, but after tonight, we're going on hiatus on YouTube for at least a month so we can kind of recuperate and start off 2023 with a bang. But don't worry, we'll still be active on all social media. We'll still be active on Twitch, and we'll be posting shorts and all that good stuff. Speaking of social media, Joe, plug our social media real quick.
Alrighty, if you want to get us on Twitter or Instagram, you can do that. Both handles are at nerd_cage. Our link to our description, or a link to our Discord in the description, if you want to become a member there. And our Facebook discussion group that is now NerdCage Nation. We love everything you guys put up there. No politics, no spoilers. We are 300 strong and growing every day.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we all came here to talk movies. Well, tonight we have a panel of some cinema snobs and blockbuster lovers alike, and I'm really excited to get into it. So here's how this is a typical NerdCage ranking and discussion video. For those who don't know, what we do is everybody sends me their list of whatever topic, and tonight is obviously movies. And what I do behind the scenes is I combine all the lists using a point system, and I get a final overall ranking. But here's the best part. These fine gentlemen on screen do not know what the final list is. So as we go down these ranks, you're going to see their genuine reaction and surprise reaction. So, gentlemen, are we ready? Our first two honorable... It was a tie for honorable mentions. Are you guys ready for the honorable mentions?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, at honorable mention, technically tied for number 6. Boom! Honorable mentions. It is Black Adam and The Menu were our two honorable mentions. So that being said, Wes from Reel Talk, what is your reaction to The Menu and Black Adam just missing the cut?
Well, I mean, I had zero interest in seeing Black Adam. You guys know, every time I come over here, you invite me on, and there's always superhero talk. I'm just not big on that. But now The Menu, I just saw it earlier this week, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great movie. So I'm happy to see that got enough of those to just kind of barely miss the top 5. And so anyone out there watching or listening, you know,
it was 14 points.
Check out the menu.
Points.
Yeah, that was a fun one. It was a satire, I would say. It's kind of like a satire of a snobbish restaurant industry, and it had a lot of stuff to say about class and stuff like that. So yeah, cool. Glad it's there.
All right, Joshua Burris of On Paper, your reaction to Black Adam and The Menu being the 2 honorable mentions tied with 14 points. How you feeling, man?
Black Adam, I had number 8. My number 8. I don't know if we're doing.
Yeah. You can say where you're at. That's fine.
Yeah. It was way better than I thought it was. I definitely should give it another look. I remember hearing some people talk negatively about it, but you know what? It was a fun action film that, we're never going to see The Rock in ever again because James Gunn, shout out to you, I guess, and whatever. Or Henry Cavill, sorry. The Menu, I felt, and Wes, I guess, maybe I was wrong. I felt watching the trailer, I had seen the movie. I thought that was an issue with that, but if you're saying it's good, maybe I'll give it a look. I know, Ray Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm sure, the acting is great. Nicholas Holt's in there, right? Yeah, maybe I'll give it a look then. If it's not, because it seemed like it was just a standard, I kind of get first act, second. No, there's some good surprises in there. I'll give it a shot. There is, and what I love about the name of it and the way the trailer goes, I think a lot of people, and this isn't really a spoiler, I actually think this will help people go see it. I think a lot of people think, well, the menu is going to be people. Like people are going to be, the menu, or they might be the food. I think a lot of people were thinking it was something like that, and it's not. You know what? I need to stop watching trailers. And I really 2023 should be my New Year's resolution, since we don't follow resolutions anyway. I should just stop watching trailers, stop going to the theater early. They're just bad. There's no good way to watch it. But yeah, that's it.
All right, Willdband, we have The Menu and Black Adam as our 2 honorable mentions, both tied for 14 points, just missing the cut. Thoughts?
All right, I saw Black Adam a few weeks ago, and it is my number 9. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. I went in with no expectations, hoping to be at the very least entertained, and I was. I had a good time with Black Adam. The performances from Dwayne Johnson, Pierce Brosnan, and the rest of the ensemble cast that played the Justice Society of America, I thoroughly enjoyed. I loved at the time that we were getting Superman back with Henry Cavill, but alas, that is no more.
Another discussion for another day, of course.
Yes. Now, The Menu, I unfortunately did not see, but that was one I wanted to see, and I unfortunately missed out on. I just missed it myself.
Like, I was busy. Came around Thanksgiving, and I was busy making videos, and I missed it.
Yeah, that was right after I jumped off a show. So I would love to check it out when it comes out on physical or when it comes out to rent, because I loved the cast and I loved the premise. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Wes. It seemed like some sort of like thriller set on like an island or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It really piqued my interest. I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, but I do want to watch it.
Yeah, same.
It's fairly bizarre, just unlike anything that I've really seen before. But it was a very strange movie, but I really enjoyed it. And on our podcast, our other 2 hosts have seen it as well. They really loved it too. So it's definitely worth a watch.
Excellent. Joe from FallenOne Gaming, our moderator, Trollhammer. I know you're going to have stuff to say. How do you feel about Black Adam and The Menu being our honorable mentions?
All right. Well, I may be in the minority here, and everybody knows which way I tip the scale when it comes to Marvel versus DC. But this was my number 2.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm kind of surprised, but then again, I know everybody's kind of mixed feelings on it, and especially with the Henry Cavill thing, so I can kind of understand. But yeah, I had it at number 2. As far as The Menu goes, I haven't seen it, but the way you guys are talking about it, I'll definitely have to take a look.
Yes. Okay, so confession, I haven't seen The Menu. I just said I want to see it. Now, Black Adam, I was a little let down. not that I disliked it, but I wanted it to be more. But I didn't dislike it. I enjoyed it enough. It was fun. Shout out to Pierce Brosnan. He was the best part of that movie as Dr. Fate. I'm definitely going to buy the movie because I buy all the DCEU movies. But Black Adam didn't make my top 10. It just barely missed my top 10. It's like number 12 in my favorite movies of 2022. So I'm not surprised it didn't make the top 5. But I'm glad it's getting an honorable mention. That being said, it's time to transition to the official countdown. Before we get started, I just want to say I'm so proud. I am so proud of you guys that this movie made the top 5. So, without further ado, at number 5, The Northman, the most manliest movie in decades, is number 5. Wes from Reel Talk, how do you feel about The Northman at number 5, which had 22 points?
I love this. It did not make my personal top 5, but it is in my top 10. And I did go see this one in theaters. One of my favorite new filmmakers is Robert Eggers. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of The Lighthouse, but again, I just respect his craft. I feel like he's just such a talented filmmaker, and just the way that the screenplays, the research that he does. And he made a Viking movie that was probably about as realistic as you could probably make a Viking movie. And, not to spoil the movie, but there's a fort raid scene in The Northman. It is incredible. I was like, dude, this is amazing. Now, the kind of the ending battle, that takes place in it, was almost a little fantastical for me. That was kind of the thing I didn't like as much. But this is if you appreciate a really good filmmaker and that type of kind of Viking, it kind of falls in the swords and sandals type movies, I feel.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. So this one, I'm glad to see it. I'm surprised that it's number 5.
I know, right? I'm so proud of you guys. I'm proud of all you guys that you ranked this movie as high as you did. Josh from On Paper, The Northman cracks number 5 with 22 points. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, no, I actually am surprised that's not even higher. This is my number 3. And it's only my number 3 because I really I'll talk about it later, I'm sure, apparently. When it first came out, I was blown away, and I remember doing my review, yelling and screaming. I think I was crying even. I think I gave it a 10 out of 10. I was going nuts. I've had some time to reflect on it. It's almost perfect, but it's not perfect. Visually, it's one of the best movies I've seen visually. Again, we'll talk about that later. There is another one that was a little bit better for me. But Robert Eggers, man, visionary. I like The Lighthouse. I enjoy The Lighthouse more. Or I like The Lighthouse more than I enjoy it. Love The Witch, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Yeah, man, just a master of his craft and a person who pays attention to detail. The way that the cinematography was, the way you get that little bit of light in there. Obviously the acting. And again, I've had some time to reflect. So, the acting is almost perfect. If I could, in hindsight, get rid of Nicole Kidman, I think the movie would be a lot better. I'm sure. No, seriously. I feel like that. And that's the last thing I'll say is that I feel like the studio kind of robbed an even better movie, a perfect movie from us with Robert Eggers, because I feel like they had a lot more influence. Obviously, this budget was gigantic, and the box office returns weren't that great, but
it's a damn shame.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I feel like there's a better movie in here. I feel like Robert Eggers wanted to make it, but couldn't do it his own way. I'd love to release the Eggers cut. But yeah, great movie. Yeah, definitely in my number 3. That's it.
All right, the Man from the Sand Willdband. We got The Northman. Number 5. How you feeling?
I didn't see this movie, so I can't contribute anything to this conversation.
I believe it's streaming on Peacock. I believe.
Okay, I have that.
So
I wouldn't mind checking it out because I like Alexander Skarsgård.
listen to me right now.
One of my favorite
Make sure
actors.
you eat some steak. Go to the gym. I'm telling you, this is the most manliest movie you'll ever watch. And when you're done watching, you're gonna fuck something, dude. This movie just bleeds testosterone, all right?
Yeah, Will,
Like,
I'm so
let's
sorry.
Go.
You missed a big opportunity with the big screen with this one, as opposed to because this is one you gotta see on the big screen. But
It's actually a very, very cool take on the story of Hamlet, basically.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but it's really good. I'm telling you, it's like I said, it's a Viking revenge movie. That's all I gotta say.
All right.
Joe from FallenOne Gaming, we had the pleasure of watching this together opening night.
Yes, we did.
Get away, my dude.
Dude, this movie, like you said, it's gritty, it's manly, it has literal blood, sweat, and tears in it, and you know, I went with you and saw it, and dude, you're right on the money when it comes to, you know, you're gonna want a growler of beer with this.
Skull.
You know, this movie was great, and I really can't say a bad thing about it. It was my number 5, so it's not top of my list, but
it matches. You match.
It made top 5 for me, so yeah. I mean, this movie is definitely a must see.
This movie was my number 4. I love it. As soon as Joe and I went and saw it, I went and took my mother to go see it.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Yep. So, and she really enjoyed it. And you know,
okay, all right. Good.
It was just great. We got 2 fantastic Shakespearean movies this year with The Northman and The Tragedy of Macbeth, which is a movie that's on my list. So yeah, hold on, my camera's making me all blurry.
There you go.
But yeah, this movie's just fantastic. Again, you know, go to the gym, eat your steak, drink your beer, whatever you gotta do, and just enjoy this movie. You're in for a wild ride. It's intent. The whole thing's intense. Like, you're on your toes the whole time. Shout out to Alexander Skarsgård, man. He is the man. And shout out to who's that dude? Oscar Isaac.
Anya Taylor-Joy also very good.
Oscar Isaac. It was a fantastic cast. Go see this movie. All right, everybody. Hold on, my camera's still being stupid right now.
Oscar Isaac wasn't in it though.
Hold on, I'm just starting my camera. There we go.
Willem Dafoe was in it as well.
Yes, Willem Dafoe is amazing. He's in every Edgar Wright movie, or not Edgar Wright.
Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers. Sorry, yeah, he's in all his movies. All right, it's time to transition. All right, so everybody, here we go. At number 4, Avatar: The Way of Water is number 4 on the official top 5 movies of 2022. Wes of Reel Talk. This movie just barely edged out Northman. When Northman had 22 points, this movie had 23 points at number 4.
Wow, okay.
So, Wes, go ahead, dish it out. Avatar 2.
I saw this yesterday, and I can remember being so very excited for Avatar when it came out back in 2009, I believe. I'm a huge James Cameron fan. Terminator 2, one of my all-time favorite movies, if not my all-time favorite movie. And after the initial, I guess, awe of seeing Avatar in 3D back in 2009 wore off, I just could never bring myself to get really excited about the film again. And I didn't watch it. And I've almost been mad at James Cameron for waiting so many years and being so involved in Avatar 2 that he's not made anything else. Like, I wish he would have done, you know, Terminator 3 or whatever that was with Linda Hamilton. I wish he would have, you know, been working on that and directed that. But anyway, so I didn't go into this movie like really excited about it. And I think that may have helped because I had an absolute blast watching this movie yesterday. And I think they made a really good decision to take it to the water, because there's a whole new world of Avatar that's under the water. And a lot of action and things that take place in the water. I even got some Titanic feels in certain scenes, when the ship is sinking in Titanic. There's some similar scenes to that in the movie. And it's just really good. It's really, really good. And Avatar, everybody says, is not the same if you watch it at home. So get out to the theater, support your local theater. Check this out.
All right. Josh from On Paper, I happened to watch your review of this movie. So
okay.
Go ahead. Avatar is at number 4 with 23 points.
I have a request. This time, just this time, can I go last? Is that possible?
Okay, all right. Fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Willdband, Avatar, 23 points at number 4. Go ahead.
All right, so I have Avatar 2 at just out of my top 5. I have it number 6 for me. I saw this twice opening week. I got an early screening that Tuesday in Dolby high frame rate 3D, and then I saw it opening nights with my friends, high frame rate 3D, not in IMAX, unfortunately. I liked the first Avatar. I think I've maybe watched it once or twice since then. The fact that I've seen this movie twice opening week should say something. I thoroughly enjoyed Avatar: The Way of Water. Seeing it in Dolby 3D high frame rate is the way to see this movie. I still need to see it in IMAX. I want to see it in IMAX. But this movie was absolutely worth the 13-year wait we all waited. And I cannot wait for this to come out in physical because I will be purchasing it. The 3D just gives this movie 3D helps. It gives movies depth, and it so helps this. It not helps this movie. It elevates this movie, especially some of those first underwater sequences. Oh my gosh, they looked gorgeous. I could gush about the visual of this movie forever. Story-wise, story's fine. The acting is really good. I love the actors, specifically Stephen Lang and the kid cast of Jake and the Thier's family. So yeah, number 6 for me on my list. I like that it's at number 4.
Joe, did you see this one?
I haven't seen it yet, but after hearing all the reviews and everything, and I did enjoy the first one. I don't think it was the best movie of all time, like some people say, but I did enjoy it. But this movie, I'm gonna have to probably see it just to see if it lives up to the hype. So.
All right. Don't kill me, everybody. I have no interest of seeing it. No plans on seeing it. Not my thing. I've never even seen the first one. So this is a hard pass for me, but I'm glad this movie makes people happy, but it's just not for me. It just looks too much like Dances with Wolves, but with Smurf people. It's not my thing. I love listen, for me, James Cameron died after True Lies. I didn't like Titanic or anything else after that. For me, it's always going to be Aliens, Terminator, Terminator 2, True Lies, and I'll give him The Abyss. I have no interest in seeing this. That's okay. We're not all going to agree on everything. That being said, I think Josh is chomping at the bit right now to go last.
No, it's okay.
Go
It's
ahead,
all right.
man. The floor is yours, my friend.
I realize as I get older and more mature, you notice something. You notice that you like to be wrong about something. I'm going to try, and I didn't want to see this movie. I really didn't. I didn't like the first Avatar. I think that there's 2 major plot holes with the with the first one, and I had all these questions in my brain, like, it's called The Way of Water. That doesn't make any sense. And how are they going to continue that stupid story? And then 2, like, I can't be impressed with 3D and any more CG. I think we're at the pinnacle. I'm so happy that I got out of my own head and saw this movie. It's my number 1, without a doubt. And I'm so happy I was able to take The Northman, and my other movie that we'll talk about, I'm sure, off, and just, this movie was great. And visually, it was stunning. I saw it in XD, which is a whole nother thing I didn't think I would do. Yeah, it's outrageous. It's the pinnacle to me. Like, to me, before this, I think like Thanos and the Apes movies were the pinnacle of like, where can CG go? this is leagues beyond that. You can see the characters' faces, you can see the little micro expressions that they do. Actors say things without even saying words, and you can see it on their face. The plot was great. I think it was super tight. If anything, if I had any complaint, which I really don't, I would say there was too much plot. Maybe there was a lot of plot elements, but it was fine. And I was immersed in this world, and all those dumb questions I had were answered. The Way of Water, perfect title. And Wes, I noticed you put a post. You put Avatar 2, wow. And I was thinking, wait, did you know that Way of Water? I don't know if you did that purposely.
No, I didn't do it on purpose.
Just saying wow.
I was just saying like, wow, like.
But that's the perfect title for it, and it is wow. And also the other question was, oh, he's done with 3 and 4. I'm so ready for Avatar 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever he wants to do. I get it. I understood what his plan was. I'm sorry, I know I'm taking up a lot of time, but I have a lot. No, this was the best movie experience I've had, and you have to see it in 3D. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family. I always forget I'm in New Jersey. I live 5 minutes from the Cinemark and from the AMC. Some of you, I don't want to be insensitive, some of you have to drive to go to a theater. You have to drive an hour, 2 hours. Take the trip, take the 2-hour drive, and go see this movie in 3D. Spend the extra money like I did on the, to upgrade the ticket. Tears were flowing. I don't even know what else to say, man. It's perfect. I don't want to do numerical stuff, but it's perfect, if not almost perfect. And
is it available on like 40X?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. You guys have a Regal, right?
I heard John Campion was talking about it today. It's in 40X as well.
40X.
Again, I'm just gonna watch the parade go by. So. All right.
I should go down. Yeah.
St. J, it kills me that as much as you're into, graphics and production, video production, and the things that you do, that this is the pinnacle of what we've been able to accomplish so far from filmmaking. I think, I'm not saying it's the greatest movie of all time, but as far as what he was able to accomplish with the video production, it's just unbelievable. Like you should watch it if just for that. But yes, the original was basically Dances with Wolves, which it got made fun of a lot for that. This is a completely different story. It has nothing to do with that.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys' input.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say we're all gamers. Well, I don't know about Wes, but I know most of us are gamers. So that was why I was like, oh, dude, I've seen Elden Ring. I've seen great things on screen. I've seen great graphics. This is better than any video game you ever played. And without a doubt, the technology.
Plus,
no, that's fine.
James Cameron even developed the technology to capture motion capture underwater.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's not the first time he's done that, though. He did the same thing for The Abyss. So.
No. He filmed stuff underwater.
They did the same with The Abyss. He did the same thing.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Dude, the actors and actresses were they almost drowned filming The Abyss.
But they were actually but this isn't actors in front of a camera. This is actors in mocap suits and mocap cameras with filming cameras underwater.
You know,
the man developed motion capture underwater technology.
My dude Joe from FallenOne Gaming is gonna go see it, and he'll persuade you to go. He can physically drag you.
Jay is a rock. There is no persuading him to do anything.
I want to go see it in 4DX though. It's funny you meant I'd have to go to the city. So, but yeah, I would see it in that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that you're all done, now
sorry.
Go ahead and change your pairs of underwear, guys. And, we're gonna move on.
Yes.
All right, guys. Now, for record, these next 3 movies could have gone either way. They are all 1 point apart, but there's a huge gap. Here we go. So, at number 3, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is number 3, which ended up finishing with 35 points. All right, Wes of Reel Talk, your thoughts on Everything, Everywhere, All at Once?
I don't know. It's just not for me. It was not for me.
Here we go. We're flipping
Yeah.
the script now. Now I'm not. Now I was the hater. Now Wes.
He blew Josh's mind.
So, unfortunately, this is one I've been trying to watch on this week, and I've got about a third of the movie left. I got a screener sent for it, and after being so impressed with another category I'm not really big on is fantasy movies. And although Avatar is very much a fantasy movie as well, and I really liked it, that's just not a genre that I'm attracted to that much. And I really tried, from the trailer and everything that I heard about Everything Everywhere All at Once, I was like, I just don't think this is going to be for me. But I was like, I'm going to give it a shot anyway. A lot of people are saying it's good. A lot of people love it. And I'm, again, two-thirds of the way through it, and I'm just like, I just don't care if I finish it. Like, it just doesn't, and I will, but I'm just not that enamored with it. Good to see a short round back in movies, though. I like that a lot. And what was so funny is, although it's been, what was Temple of Doom, 84?
84, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 84. So,
Not once.
I mean, you know, and Goonies was 85, I guess.
I think so.
Anyway, you know, he still has the same mannerisms and everything that he did when he was just a little kid, which I really like. That was the part I was really enjoying. All the other elements, Jamie Lee Curtis was pretty good in it as well. But yeah, anyway.
Fun fact: that was actually supposed to be Jackie Chan in the role, but he turned it down.
Oh.
But I'm glad he did, because it's hard to picture Jackie Chan like being like a wuss. So, yeah, I'm kind of like glad that I'd rather, you know, like, short round did amazing. All right, Josh, Everything Everywhere All at Once at 35 whopping points.
Okay,
Big jump from Avatar to this. Go ahead.
Right. First off, I want to say the last third, Wes is definitely better than the first set, even though I love the first two also. So it is better. I don't know, you know, if that helps you. And my shock was more so, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. My shock was more so, how did we get here with the points? I don't even know how we.
Because
well,
Derek
I'll
and
figure it
Maggie's
out.
lists
Oh,
are accounted for too.
Oh yeah. Well, and oh, that's right. Okay, but also, you know, I'm sure we'll get to 1 and 2. I'm excited for 1 and 2 now. Damn. This is my number 2. The only reason why it's not number 1 is because Avatar was so perfect. But this movie is like flawless. The Northman, this, and Avatar are all in their own ways, like almost flawless movies to me. I had a blast watching this. This was one of the 3 that I watched twice. And I actually was in the theater the second time taking notes. And I took like plot notes and, you know, because I'm jealous. This is one of those movies where I'm jealous of the writing. It's hilarious. That would be the genre I would put in, would be comedy, but with some serious elements, existential elements, great acting. Michelle, yeah. Like, come on.
I love Michelle Yeoh.
Oh,
I've loved her since Super Cop. I love her.
I don't remember. Maybe I'll watch Super Cop. I'll add that to my list. But yeah, the Daniels are great. They're doing different things. I love Swiss Army Man. I didn't see the Death of Dick Long, but they're making some funny stuff, some weird stuff, and that's it. There's nothing else to say. It's great.
All right, Willdband, Everything Everywhere All at Once is number 3 in our top 5 movies of 2022.
I haven't seen it.
Don't worry, because this man right below me, Joe, didn't see it either.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty ashamed that I haven't seen it yet, but, you know, I can guarantee, just based on reviews and everything else, that my list would be different had I had seen it.
All right, everybody. So I love this movie. Me and my mother were fortunate enough to see it in Syracuse. Opening weekend, only one theater in Syracuse was playing it. That was Joe's, the Movie Tavern.
Which is most likely why I didn't see it.
So I match up. This was my, hold on. Where's my list? This was my number 5.
Ooh.
So, I This movie was great. It was unique. I personally think this movie pisses on the multiverse of madness. I'm sorry. The Daniels did it better. I mean, come on. Hot dog fingers, evil daughter, come on, short rounds with a fanny pack, fucking trophy getting shoved up your ass. Come on. This movie's amazing. I loved it. Very unique, very different, very original, and I've loved Michelle Yeoh. She's amazing. Yes. There's so much to like about this movie. The reason why it's not my number one and why I have movies above it is because there are some glaring glaring problems in the movie, especially later on. I think it could have been paced a little better, but this movie is definitely a 9 out of 10 for me. Very, very good movie, but there are better movies out there, and we're going to get to. That being said, guys, we're getting to the nitty-gritty. So, at number 2, Matt Reeves' The Batman is number 2 with 36 points. Beaten Everything Everywhere All at Once by one point. Wes from Real Talk, I know you hate comic book movies, so I am dying to hear your thoughts on The Batman with Rob Pattinson as Bruce Wayne.
Well, I mean, Batman is my superhero. Like, I watch all the Batman movies. I've seen them all in theaters. So I did go out and check this movie out. And what it reminded me of, and the reason why I liked the movie a lot, is because, well, number one, I think Matt Reeves is awesome. Like, I love what he did with the Apes films. Really, really good. I love that trilogy, especially what's the second one?
The second and third.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, that's the best one of the three.
I loved Dawn. It was so good. And so I was excited to hear that he did it. I think Robert Pattinson is actually a really good actor. Like, take Twilight out of it, and he's been in some good stuff. Yeah. And so when they cast him as Bruce Wayne, I was like, okay, I didn't freak out like a lot of people did. I was like, oh, okay, this will be good. Or could be good. But one of my all-time favorite movies is Seven. Ooh. David Fincher's Seven. Yep. I love David Fincher, love Seven. And I really felt like this was just Seven is set in the Batman universe. I loved the kind of detective aspect of, Batman in it. And then, my goodness, Colin Farrell was awesome in his role. He was so good. So this made my top 10 of the year, and really impressed. And I'm looking forward to the next one. No, it's not The Dark Knight. Nothing probably ever will be in the Batman universe. But this was good, and I'm excited to see where they go next.
All right. So, Josh, from On Paper, we got The Batman at number 2 with 36 points, man. How you feeling?
I think I know what number 1 is, and I see how it works. I see what the system is. And that's because I was like, and now it's being
the formula has been revealed.
I love this. I love it. I love I like being wrong. This is what I was saying before. This is my number 4 somehow, even though I've seen it in the theater like five times, 4 times, I think. Yeah, I might have had you guys be with that. And I rewatch the clips all the time, man. You guys know the car crash scene, the subway scene, just over and over and over again. Love Robert Pattinson. The Pattinson, to me, I think he's my favorite Batman in one aspect, and I like Ben Affleck in another aspect, and Michael Keaton. I think we can't do this. Who's the GOAT? Who's the best Batman? Because they all bring something different to the table. This is the young Batman that we love. We're gonna have to start doing this with the friggin' Joker too. We have to see all the different aspects of the Joker.
That might be fun if we rank the Jokers or rank the Batman. That could be a fun show.
We have to do
that would be fun.
Heath Ledger, way down in a well. Everybody else.
Jared Leto up on the mountaintop. Yeah, what can I say about it? It was a great action movie. The first time I saw it, I thought the last half hour, I was like, oh, you didn't need that. I was wrong. You do need it. The second time I saw it, I was like, yeah, I get what they're saying. And as far as the next one, I don't know if I want to see the next one. I think we should preserve this.
Honestly, I'd be fine with this being a standalone.
Yeah, this is like, it's so good. It's great. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. And especially James Gunn. I know you don't want him to touch it at all. But
I don't think he is.
Yeah. Great movie. I don't want to say too much about it. I want to leave some for you all to talk about it.
All right, Willdband, the Batman at number 2 with 36 points, just edging out Everything Everywhere All at Once, man. Go ahead.
I own it. That should tell you how much I liked it. I think I got an early screener to this one as well, but I know I saw it at least twice in the theaters. Robert Pattinson is a great actor, so I was willing to give him a chance when he was announced. Like, Robert Pattinson, okay, let's see. Good Batman, good Bruce Wayne, good Batman.
Yeah.
The cast was just phenomenal. I remember when a lot of these people were getting announced, like, Zoe Kravitz is playing Catwoman. Okay, we'll see what she does. What's his face?
Jeffrey Wright.
I was like, Jeffrey Wright is Gordon. I love Jeffrey Wright as an actor.
Yeah.
So I was excited. Paul Dano was like, who are you?
Oh, you didn't know Paul Dano?
I do. I really didn't. So I was
man,
like,
he is
okay,
amazing.
What's this guy gonna do? And then like, oh, you're a creepy Riddler. You're freaking awesome. So yeah, this cast did phenomenal. The score was great. I think Michael Giacchino did the score.
Giacchino.
Yes.
Very
I love him as a composer. So I'm excited for The Batman 2. I hope we get a Mr. Freeze as the villain because Matt Reeves said he would like to do Mr. Freeze as a villain.
Giancarlo Esposito as Mr. Freeze, please make it happen.
Or Stanley Tucci.
Nah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to
that.
see Mr. Freeze in it.
He has that actual freeze.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
He would be like a biological
Hey,
terrorist.
please, give us Robin. Give us a goddamn Robin.
I would have rather seen the
round 2 of Robin.
No, I want like a 13-year-old Robin. Like, I want don't give me like a 30-year-old Robin. Give us like a 13-year-old Robin. Come on.
I'm totally a little kid. I like Pokemon and shit.
Anyway, Joe, the Batman, which we had the pleasure of seeing in IMAX early screening. Go ahead, Joe.
I was going to say real quick to Will. Sorry, Joe, before you take off with your Batman. I was going to say for Paul Dano, and he's not there anymore, but for Paul Dano, Prisoners and There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
I've heard
those
even Little Miss Sunshine. Little Miss Sunshine too, man.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Joe. I just like Paul Dano. I was like, man, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I had this at my number 3, and that being said, this movie was pretty amazing how they got it all together, and it's almost like a Batman noir film, which is kind of cool. And Pattinson, I mean, the guy can withstand point blank explosions.
Yes, which I'm about to get to, Joe.
But that aside, I mean, dude, Colin Farrell in this was amazing.
I was waiting for somebody to say, yeah.
And that friggin' the reveal of the Batmobile.
Yes.
Gave me chill. When that engine starts up, you're just taken back. Oh yeah. And Zoe Kravitz did an amazing job. So I mean, the movie was very well done.
All right. So
yeah, Josh, you and me tied. I had it at my number 4 as well.
This movie was my number 11, just barely missing my top 10. Now, I did give it 9 out of 10. However, I cannot get over that the bomb goes off in Batman's face and he walks away without a scratch. I can't get my mind past that. That was so stupid. That and when the bomb went off on Alfred. And then, to top that off, I'm sorry, they made Bruce Wayne a fucking pussy. An emo pussy. But, I love this Batman. His Batman was amazing. I love the Clint Eastwood voice, the demeanor. He was a great Batman. But my God, they made him Bruce Wayne into a pussy. Like, come on. He acted like his parents died yesterday. His parents died 20 years ago.
2 years ago.
What?
No, you're right. Never mind. I'm sorry. He's been Batman. He's been Batman for 2 years.
But he's acting like they died yesterday.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, I don't like emo Bruce Wayne. I like Playboy. I'm gonna fuck a bitch Bruce Wayne, and whatever. Like that's the Bruce Wayne I want. I don't want no whiny, crying.
Well, that might be him in the sequels.
But I like Detective Bruce Wayne, and he was a detective in this. More so.
Here's what I did love: the relationship between him and Gordon. They had a working relationship.
Yep.
Paul Dano was creepy as hell as the Riddler. He reminds me of this kid we went to high school named Luke Weber, but like more psychotic. Joe knows what I'm talking about.
He was an incel, the guy, basically.
And Zoe Kravitz was a terrific cat. Washington, Selena Kyle. The whole Marconi thing was great. I know I'm the unpopular opinion. I could have done without the Joker.
Sure, yeah.
I can agree with that. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either.
Needed it. I'm not saying he was a bad Joker. I just don't feel like it was necessary at all, really. And yes, I did watch the deleted scene.
Yeah. Almost our anniversary.
That's another thing that bothers me. If this Batman is in year 2 and he already took down the Joker, that makes no sense to me. That he already took down the Joker in year 2 of his years of crime fighting. I don't buy it. So like I said, this movie definitely has its flaws, but it's the best shot Batman movie I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I love Matt Reeves. I love Cloverfield. I love Dawn of the Apes. I mean, I love all the Planet of the Apes, but the Dawn of the Apes was the best one.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I just think, and again, this was my number 11 because I'm a cinema snob. That being said, guys, any guesses on number 1?
Yeah, I know it is.
I'll give you a hint.
I want to be.
I'll give you a hint. He's from Syracuse. At number 1, Top Gun Maverick with 37 points. At number 1, Wes from Reel Talk. Go ahead.
Jay, I'm still trying to think. You had Batman in 9, so you had 11 movies this year at a 9 or higher. I'm like, I maybe have like one movie the whole year.
Yeah, we're gonna do our list.
Yeah, wait till you hear my list, and then Wes, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, or ooh, I need to see all these movies.
Well, I'm a hard on my rating scale because I think of all time, right? And so I'm like, I saw maybe one movie the whole year that would have been, that high. Anyway, Top Gun Maverick, my opinion, rightfully so, as the number 1 movie. It was my number 1 movie of the year as well. I mean, Top Gun has always been an extremely special movie to me. I saw it back in the 80s. My uncle showed it to me when I was probably like 7 years old. And at 7 years old, I freaking loved Top Gun. And I've watched it so many times over the years. And so whenever you hear that they're making a sequel to it, you think, this isn't going to work. You
think Wall Street.
30 years. I mean, these legacy sequels, and it's not like we just started doing legacy sequels. I mean, look at The Color of Money. I mean, how many years was that after The Hustler came out, So we've done these kind of legacy sequels like this, for forever. And they just don't pan out. They just don't turn out very well. And I just don't know how you could make a legacy sequel any better than Top Gun Maverick. The stunts, Tom Cruise, like what they did with Iceman, the mission that they do. I mean, it was just great. I got all the feels of Top Gun. And is it the best film of the year? Probably not. It's the most enjoyable experience with a movie that I had all year long. Because of the nostalgia, seeing the characters back, the fact that it was a really good movie, seeing those real plane stunts that they were able to do. It's just everything that I want to go to the movies for. It had it. And I'm just so happy. And the last thing I'll say is that whenever Tom Cruise kind of went through his PR nightmare years, that I went from loving Tom Cruise, and that kind of got me where I didn't really like Tom Cruise anymore.
Right.
But the most recent Mission Impossible films have been so great.
Yeah.
And then now with Top Gun Maverick, I'm like back on the Tom Cruise train. I'm ready for this next Mission Impossible. I can't wait for it. So
before we move on, I'm just gonna say whatever you feel about Tom Cruise, about his personal life and the Scientology, I'm just gonna say this: regardless of how you feel about the man's outside acting, you cannot deny that he is the hardest working actor in Hollywood. You cannot question the man's work ethic. And yes, he's a weirdo, but since he's from Syracuse, I root hard for him. So that's all I just want to say is that I'm rooting for him, and I love the man's work ethic, and I say keep going, Tom Cruise. All right. Josh, so this was the number one with 37 points, Top Gun Maverick, man. How you feeling?
I figured it out how it worked just based on the points. Because, well, I mean, whatever. This was my number 5, and I do think the 4 I had were better, and you know them already. Batman, Everything Everywhere, The Northman, and Avatar, respectively, number 1.
Yeah.
All 5 of these movies, to me, for all different reasons. I mean, this movie, like most movies I've seen in AMC Prime, which is the best sound. I'm so sorry, most of you guys don't even have that. It's the best sound, and that's what you want with this movie. That's the biggest thing take away from this movie: hearing those jets, hearing those planes, and Prime amps up everything. So for this, it was like 10 on the sound level. Story was fine. Pacing was okay. Got through it to get to those beautiful plane scenes, real planes. I remember when the movie opened, he talked about that, how they were real. You could see him really flying. I'd love to see behind the scenes for the same thing with Avatar. And for different reasons. All these movies, I'm happy that they all exist, and I'm happy that they, this movie, it shows you a high level of production in one aspect, a real aspect, and then Avatar right here in the CGI aspect as well. What else? I don't know. I had fun watching it. That's it.
All right. Willdband. We have Top Gun Maverick number 1 with 37 points, just barely edging out the Batman and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
So Wes, you and me tied this time. Top Gun Maverick is my favorite of the year. To preface my opinion, my friends all wanted to go see it. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch the first Top Gun to get ready. And
you have to. You have to.
They told me I didn't need to because I think one of my friends had already seen it by the time we all went to go see it. So like, yeah, you don't have to. They like clue you into everything when the movie starts. But like, no, I want to see the first one first. The first one's boring. There's no plot.
I disagree. I think the first one there's some moments in the first.
There's some fine moments in the first one, but I'm not a fan of the first one. So going to this, I had no expectations, and
get off my lawn.
I had a somewhat. You could argue this is like a somewhat like lesser movie-going experience. I saw this at a place called Fat Cats. It's like an indoor amusement park that has like a bowling alley, an arcade, and a movie theater attached to it.
So the opposite of me is what.
But I got so into this movie. I like during the final mission, I was like leaning forward, holding on to like an imaginary like control stick, like piling along with these guys. Then I went and saw it in IMAX. This movie is so fucking cool. This movie is great. I had no expectations. I was thoroughly impressed with this movie. It was so good.
Joe, we saw this in 4DX. Go ahead.
Oh, hell yes, we did.
I hate you.
Dude, it was amazing. Dude, you felt like you were flying the plane. It was fucking great. And I mean, seeing Val Kilmer up there and just his delivery, even through his illness and everything, was just so great. And it actually almost made me cry. It was that movie. And to see all the callbacks and everything, and like you said, the mission, it was just great. And Josh, I know you say that AMC Prime is the best you can get, but you gotta see 40X.
40X, is that where they move?
Yes! And then, and then every time there's an
Yeah.
airborne scene, the fans turned on, like... Oh my god, Joe, you remember when our first 40X experience, we saw Snake Eyes, and then the trailer for Top Gun came on. I looked at you, Joe, and I'm like, we gotta come back here for 40X for Top Gun. And my god, because even the trailer, if you see 40X, even the trailers are 40X. So we
this movie was so great.
We
I don't
knew
usually
Top Gun was just made for 40X.
Yeah, and I don't usually watch movies multiple times in theaters. This one I had to. I watched it like 3 or 4 times in theaters. So yeah,
Some
it was
expensive
that
ass
good.
tickets, man. Those are like $25, $30. I have a Regal in the city, so I'd have to make that trip. But I'll do it for Avatar. I gotta go to 40X one time in my life.
Everyone should
one time in my life.
40X once. I want to do a Screen X movie. We're luckily in Syracuse. We are getting Screen X pretty soon. It's not soon.
The water goes in your face too, and does it smell? Does the theater
Yes.
smell?
No.
Okay.
They don't do the smell. They don't. Japan does that.
They don't do the smell.
But it does do the smoke. It does spray water in your face. But they don't do the smell.
You know, Avatar's gonna have a lot of water. It's gonna be a lot of water.
Here's another thing they do that I didn't even realize until I saw Sonic 2. They have a bubble machine too.
Yeah. Okay, so this was actually my number. This was my number 9.
Ooh.
But just before you all be like, well, my number 9, when you hear my list, you will understand.
Yeah. Okay.
But this was my number 9.
Hey, man.
Not because, again, I told you, this year may be the strongest year of movies in a long ass time.
Yeah.
But this was definitely a spectacle, and I actually like this more than the first one, as great as the first one is. The only thing the first one has better is the soundtrack. But even though I love Lady Gaga, Marry Me, but the soundtrack to the first one still holds up and is still better. But this soundtrack with Lady Gaga, who also composed some of the music, amazing. But I'm sorry, the first one soundtrack is pop. How it affects our pop culture and the impact it had. No denying that. And just some aerial scenes it's just next level shit, man. I mean, Tom Cruise is the man. I can't hate on him. Like, now not to mention, I went in the movie thinking, well, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, okay, be ready for some disappointment. I wasn't at all. And I almost cried during the Val Kilmer scene. So, yeah, it just shows you how special this movie is. And Jennifer Connelly is still hot, just saying. Even though I think their romance, I didn't buy it. In fact, I think the romance is better in the first one. But, man, Jennifer Connelly's so hot. Just saying. All right. So that's it. So, guys, number 1, Top Gun Maverick with 37 points. Number 2, The Batman with 36 points. Number 3, Everything Everywhere All at Once with 35 points. And then we got a huge gap at number 4, Avatar 2 with 23 points. The Northman with 22, rounding out our number 5. And our 2 honorable mentions are Black Adam and The Menu, both tied with 14 points. Now, gentlemen, you guys are chomping at the bit. Now, we're all going to go through our individual lists. I also have Derek and Maggie's list with me as well. So, Wes, go ahead, dish out your top 10. Just rip right through it, man.
Number 10, I had The Northman. Number 9, I don't think this movie will be on hardly anyone's list, not just mine, but I mean just period, is a movie called Pleasure. And the only thing I want to say about it is it is a realistic, an extremely realistic look at the porn industry. And I felt all kinds of ways after that movie was over. Like, that movie stuck with me for a while. Like, it makes you look at that in a completely different light. I would love everybody to check that movie out. The young lady that was the star of it, she did a fantastic job. So it's called Pleasure. Number 8, Watcher. I know there's like a TV series, I think, called Watcher. This is a little indie film that's got the star of It Follows in it, I believe. And it's a fun little watch. Number 7, I had The Banshees of Inisherin, I think is how you say that. Number 6, The Batman. Number 5, The Menu. Number 4, have to get my horror in here. Smile. I thought it was the best pure horror film of the year, and I love pure horror films. I really enjoyed it. Number 3, Avatar 2. Number 2, I cannot believe this didn't make the list. This was my number 1 movie for a while until Top Gun Maverick. But Elvis, I freaking loved Elvis, man. It was so good.
Okay, so guys, just so you know, Elvis would have been our next honorable mention with 13 points. Just missed the honorable mentions.
And I think it's because of me and St. J, because we both had it so high.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
I loved Elvis. I like Baz Luhrmann. Great movie. And then Top Gun Maverick was my number 1.
Very good list. Even I haven't heard those bottom few movies there. The Banshees, Watcher, and Pleasure. I never even heard of. The Menu is on my list now. It's because I'm mad that I missed it. All right, so Josh, go ahead with your top 10.
Talking about Wes's list, I'm definitely gonna check out the porn one. That sounds really cool. Elvis, though, I don't know, man. That editing, I think that gets worse editing of the year. But
shut the fuck up.
That editing was too much, man. It was too much.
The first 25 minutes were.
Yeah, it was too very good. I like Austin Butler. I thought he was really good, but you know,
we will get to that in a moment.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But I think I screwed this list up. I just realized
you had 11 on there. So
I know.
That's all right. But go ahead.
So I guess Top Gun was my number 6. I guess Nope I had at my last. Unless I screwed this up. Yeah, Nope I had at number 10. It was fine. Wasn't groundbreaking to me. It was just good
it was
enough.
just basically a remake of Signs.
Yeah. Put Black Panther over that. Good movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly from beginning to end. Black Adam I had above Black Panther. Fine movie. Enjoyed it. We talked about that before. Doctor Strange I really liked it. Missed opportunities definitely, but great memorable scenes I've gone back and rewatched over and over again. Number 6, weird movie, I had Duel with Karen Gillan. Go check that out. About a person who has to kill a copy of herself. It's crazy, funny.
Never even heard of it, so when I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay.
I have heard of this.
Yeah. Then I had Top Gun Maverick, Barbarian.
Yes.
Right after that. A lot of fun. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Go check it out if you haven't seen that. Then I had The Batman, The Northman, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then Avatar was my number 1. So I'm happy a lot of my.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody definitely contributed to this top 5, as you can see.
Yeah.
Willdband, go ahead, rip away.
All right, y'all know I'm a fan of visual aids when it comes to my list. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay. So at my number 10, I have the anime film Belle, which I have the collector's Blu-ray of.
I liked it.
Really enjoyed that one.
Good movie.
At number 9, I have Black Adam. At number 8, I have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. At number 7, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. At number 6, Avatar, The Way of Water. At number 5, Turning Red by Pixar. I loved that film. At number 4, The Batman. At number 3, Clerks 3.
Yep, I know I hurt your feelings.
At number 2, Spirited. Y'all need to go see that. It's a great Christmas movie. It's so good. And my number 1, Top Gun Maverick.
All right. Now, Joe, before we get to your list, I'm just going to rip through Pretty Guardian's list real quick. So, now, there's some stuff in there that okay, so number 10, I don't even know what this is. She put The School of Good and Evil. At number 9, okay. I'm surprised no one put this on their list. Number 9, she had Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, I forgot that came out this year.
Number 8, she had Black Adam. Number 7, she actually did looks like she did like a Netflix special. She put Gabriel Iglesias Stadium Fluffy.
Oh, cool.
Number 6, Doctor Strange. Number 5, Thor Love and Thunder. Here's another one I'm surprised didn't make anybody's list. At number 4, she put Bullet Train. I enjoyed it. Not my top 10, but I enjoyed it. Number 3, never heard of it. This is she put Slumberland.
I think I've heard of it.
Number 2, Enola Holmes. I don't know what that is either. And number 1, to no surprise, Everything Everywhere All at Once was number 1. Joe, go ahead, rip through your list.
All right. Mine's a little, well, not really eccentric, but I don't know how to describe it. But at number 10, I had Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Yes! 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 I loved it.
Yeah. Very good, very good.
At number 9, I had Jackass Forever.
Yeah.
That's right.
At number 8, I had Scream.
Oh, yes!
Scream was good.
At number 7, I had Firestarter.
Oh, okay.
At number 6, I had Bullet Train. At 5, I had The Northman.
Yeah!
At 4, I had Sonic 2. 3 was The Batman. 2 was Black Adam. And 1 was Top Gun Maverick.
All right.
Scream was good, man. That was
Scream was good. And I haven't liked any of the Scream. I didn't like Scream 2, 3, or 4. I did.
Oh man, I love Scream
5.
2.
I like Scream. The new
Beavis and
Scream was
Butthead
good.
in this day and age, the way that they did it,
Oh my God, they did it great.
You're genius.
If you guys haven't seen Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, I promise you will enjoy it. It's a lot better
than Butthead over the years. Along with the new season, because that's pretty good too.
All right, so Derek, if you're still here, I'm going to rip through your list before I get to my list, and then you guys are going to be like, oh, okay now. All right, so for Derek, at number 10, again, I don't even know what this is, Revealer is number 10. Number 9, he has Cha-Cha Real Smooth. Never heard of it. Number 8, Turning Red. I know what that is.
Yeah.
Number 7, Sonic. Number 6, Something in the Dirt. Number 5, I'm surprised this didn't make anybody else's list. Prey, the Predator movie.
I haven't seen it.
Didn't see Prey. Yeah.
Number 4, I don't know if this qualifies, but he put Werewolf by Night.
My buddy put that on a list as well. It's a special, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I heard that was.
I like the Guardian
I thought that was like
special
20
better
minutes
than
or something like that.
No,
number
it's like 40 or
3.
50.
Okay, this is why this made honorable mention. So at number 3, he's got The Menu, which is why it made our honorable mention. Number 2, The Batman, and at number 1, to no surprise, Everything Everywhere All at Once. As you see why they put so many points there.
Nice.
All right, guys, you ready? Cinema Snob Alert, here we go. At number 10, Barbarian, the best Resident Evil movie, not called Resident Evil. Number 9, Top Gun. Number 8, West Fight Me, The Whale. I loved it, and I'm never going to watch it again.
I gotta see it.
I'm never going to watch it again. Never going to watch it again. At number 7, Elvis. Austin Butler versus Brendan Fraser for Oscar Best Actor is on. And for me, I just like Elvis just a little bit more because it's more rewatchable, more fun. Number 6, Smile.
Oh, I was like...
Number 5, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number 4, The Northman. Number 3, Emancipation with Will Smith.
I thought that wasn't coming out until next month.
No, it's out on Apple TV right now. Watch it. For those sensitive to history, this is not the time or place. It's history, and you ain't gonna like it, and it's ugly. But this movie is amazing. Antoine Fuqua is a GOAT, and if you're mad at Will Smith for the Oscar slap, throw that shit out the door. This movie's amazing. At number 2, a perfect 10, Glass Onion, a.k.a. Knives Out Part 2.
I'll watch it tomorrow. Tomorrow it comes out on Netflix, so I'll watch it.
I saw it in the theaters with my mom. I loved it. I like it more than the first one. I do. And then at number 1, The Tragedy of Macbeth with the GOAT, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Now
I thought that was last year.
Now you see why The Batman didn't make my top 10. Now you know why my list is the way it is, because I have GOATs on my list.
But
you
that
guys
was
need to see these movies.
That was this year, the Macbeth movie? I thought that was last year.
No. What happened was Macbeth came out on Christmas Day last year for one fucking day, and then it came to Apple TV in the middle of January. So it came it was a worldwide release in January 2022, but it came to select theaters for one day on Christmas.
Because I feel like we were talking about it last year.
Yeah, I do remember us talking about it last
because
year.
Because Denzel was nominated for the Oscar and he didn't win.
Okay,
he should have won.
Oh, so that's why I'm having a time lapse.
So yeah, they released it early for Oscar consideration. Otherwise, it would have just come out
But
in
it
January.
came out publicly in 2022, and it's my number one movie of the year because Denzel Washington. Listen to me right now. I want all four of you guys to step outside and breathe the air that you're breathing, knowing that you're breathing the same air as Denzel Washington. He's the closest thing to Jesus Christ when it comes to acting. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest actor that ever was, ever will be. That's how it is.
Daniel
Amen.
Day-Lewis.
Denzel Washington. You gotta understand, Denzel Washington's in a stratosphere, way up here, and then far below the next stratosphere is Daniel Day-Lewis and Tom Hanks and Charlton Heston and Kirk Douglas.
Charlton Heston.
Denzel Washington.
Al Pacino.
There should be a statue of Denzel Washington in every town that you walk in. He's the GOAT. But yeah, Tragedy of Macbeth was my number one.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Well,
Glass
Jay.
Onion, you guys need to watch Glass. If you love Knives Out,
I'm gonna see it tomorrow. Yeah.
I promise you'll love
Check it
Glass
out.
Onion. Emancipation, again, not for the weak stomach.
Yeah.
But you will love this movie. It's not a fun watch, but unforgettable. And
All right,
yeah.
Shay is a little taken back that you didn't have Moonfall on the list.
Moonfall is the second worst movie of the year. But I love it.
Did you guys have Raccoon City at number 101?
That
on
was
your list?
2021.
That is on my
No,
that is on
trust
my
me.
burn list.
I have
I
your
copy of
number
that
one
movie,
worst of
I'm
the year. Don't you worry about that.
I will say this: Moonfall will be our headliner for Cheesy Movies for Charity 2023.
Yes. Yes. Do you want to tell them about your little challenge, Jay?
Oh. Okay, so we raised $1,025.
Oh yes, I remember you posting.
So next year our goal will be $750. The reason why I say $750 is because I'm factoring out the $250 donation that we got from Sir Charles K. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Charles. Enjoy your T-shirt. So that's why I'm doing $750 is our goal. But if we get to $2,000, I will chop my hair off.
All of it. No, I'm kidding.
Not the beard.
One of us,
The beard
one
stays.
of us, one
The
of
beard
us.
stays. But I will chop my hair off if we raise $2,000.
Oh, are you gonna do a little Scotty in thing for
You're
us?
gonna go,
Where you get the
you're gonna go
beard,
Mortal
the bald
Kombat
head?
1. You're gonna go Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and Mortal Kombat Annihilation, man, basically. Switch it up.
Yeah, no, I'll chop it all off. We got to raise $2,000.
Damn, son.
You know, so as I inch closer to my 40s, I don't know if I want to have long hair in my 40s. So, yes. So this was fun, guys. It's 11 o'clock here, so why don't we let everybody plug themselves in, and I want everybody to give their general thoughts on our top 5, and go ahead and plug yourself away. So go ahead, starting with Wes, man. Thoughts on the top 5 and whatever you want to promote.
Yeah, well, again, as always, thanks for having me come on the show. Had a really good time. I enjoy these types of episodes, and yeah, I think the top 5 was good. I must be missing something with everything, everywhere, all at once, because everybody else likes it. It's on a ton of lists, so
I haven't seen it, so I'm with you, man.
I'm not upset that it's on the list because I think we had a really good top 5 overall. Now, I still have several other big ones to see, like The Fablesman and a few others that I just haven't got to yet. Now, I will say that Babylon sucks. That was not a good movie.
Oh, really? I was
so
going to take my
disappointed
mom
with
to see it Sunday.
I do not like it at all.
Oh.
And I like Damien Chazelle.
I love Margot Robbie. That's why I want to see it.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so convoluted. I just could not believe
I love Damien
that's
Chazelle,
what we
too.
got.
Damn. Dude.
Yeah, Whiplash is fantastic. But
I love
anyway,
La La Land. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, Whiplash and La La Land, I like both of those. But anyway, yeah, if you want to check out more of my work, you can type in Real Talk Movie Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you can hear our episodes on any podcast platform. I think we're out there on pretty much everything. So Yeah.
Join their discussion group.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, come join us on Facebook. We have a really good time over there. Just type in Reel Talk, a movie podcast, and you'll find us.
Absolutely.
That's REEL.
Yep. Links are in the description, everybody. Josh from On Paper, formerly a Movie Aficionados. Go ahead. Your thoughts on the top 5 Nerd Cage list and whatever you want to plug, my friend.
I mean, aside from Top Gun being 6, I basically had every single one in there. In my top 5, my top 5 was the top 5, you know, but in a different order. Yeah, this, like I said, backstage, the highs were really high, and I felt the lows were really low this year. We had some great movies this year, and these five are right there. And I am On Paper. I can't hear that. And that's it, man. On YouTube, On Paper. I got some new stuff coming on. Got some new videos. Trying to get to 300, and then hopefully move my way up, just like everybody else here. So make sure you guys sub up. NerdCage, Will, everybody here. All right, and check out Reel Talk.
Links in the description. All right, Willdband, your thoughts on the top 5 NerdCage lists and anything you want to plug?
I like the list. It has a nice spread of just about everybody's lists, including Pretty Guardian and the IAmTheOneWhoNerds. So it's a good list. There's movies on there I want to see. There's movies on there I'm like, okay, it's on there. So yeah, I like the list. But real quick, let me do my booty sauce list because there was some stickers.
Okay.
I want to hear that.
All right, go for it.
My top bottom 3 are like okay to decent movies. So number 5 is Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Some good scenes in it. Script was okay. I like Sam Raimi, but could have been better. Number 4 is Secrets of Dumbledore. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. It was better than Crimes of Grindelwald. I still like that one, but this one was better, but still overall just okay. Number 3 is Nope. This was my first Jordan Peele movie. I did like it, and sitting on it more, I liked it more, but that first and only viewing I had, it was okay. Number 2, For Love and Thunder. I saw this back in July. I hated it. I saw it again. I liked it more the second time. This was not good. And my number 1 booty sauce, this movie should be burned from everyone's memories who saw it. Halloween Ends.
Thank you!
I almost walked out of that movie theater twice. That movie was
Wait, you went to the theater to see it? I saw it on Peacock.
Free. I got an early screening, so I saw it for free.
And
it was awful.
I'm not afraid to admit I liked it. I enjoyed the film.
My God.
I did say this in the Halloween thing. I won't talk too much about it. Everything that you guys hate about it, I love about it. And Red Letter Media,
it's my number 1.
My favorite YouTube channel, Red Letter Media, they love it too. So that made me feel good. And for the reasons I like it. But hey, we all like different things. And
almost
I'm
out
sorry.
Twice.
Oh no,
Willdband. I'm surprised you didn't mention Jurassic World 3.
Because I saw it last year. I didn't see it this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you told us that. Yeah.
I got a test screening with that movie last year.
You kept in your hatred.
Joe, before you go through your thoughts on the top 5, I actually do have my top 5 worst. I'll rip through it real quick. Number 5, Monsters. 4, Doctor Strange.
That's out?
Number 3, Morbius. Number 2, even though I don't. Number 2, Moonfall, but I low-key liked it because it's so bad, it's good. And then number 1, Halloween Ends. All right, Joe, your thoughts on our top 5 overall list and anything else you want to promote or anything you want to, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was a well-rounded list. I really do. So, it touched on all of our lists, and, nobody is left with a sour taste in their mouth. So it's good. It's a good list. As for all the booty sauce lists, I don't have one of my own that I have created, so I can't really weigh in. But I do think that next year, sometime, we have to do the Booty Sauce Awards.
Yeah, we could figure something out.
I just wanted to say I didn't have a booty sauce list, but definitely Morbius. When you said that, my brain wanted to cave in into oh God, it's so bad. I went on a rant. I wish I didn't watch it. I can't believe I watched it.
Yeah, I missed out on that one.
yeah.
It's Morbin time.
Oh, Jesus.
He doesn't say that.
I know he doesn't. That's one of my favorite memes that's come out of that movie.
I think what's so funny, what makes it so hilarious is with all the memes that Sony really thought it was a good idea to re-release it, and they lost even more money.
I mean, I can see the reasoning. Like the memes were abundant with Morbius. It just didn't work out in their favor. They took a gamble and lost.
Yeah, and I don't know why this so-called spider villain verse is still going. Like, I don't get it. All those movies.
I don't know either.
I don't get it. I don't get it. But whatever. But guys, thank you so much. Again, this is the last live stream of 2022. We are going on hiatus. We're still going to be posting shorts. We're still going to be doing rapid reviews. We'll still be active on social media. And Joe and I are still going to Twitch. In fact, we may Twitch a little bit more often since we're going to be off from making content. We're going to be playing Donkey Kong 64 tomorrow. We'll be back at Gotham Knights on Tuesday. Maybe from time to time, maybe we'll just sit down and watch music videos or react to like YouTube videos on Twitch. Who knows? But we're on hiatus. All four of us, me, Pretty Guardian, Joe, we need a break. We gave you guys everything we could this month. We even raised money for St. Jude's. We gave it our all this month, and we need a break for the holidays. And January is a slow month anyway, so we'll be back. Tentatively speaking, the first week of February, and tentatively speaking, I want to do a most anticipated movie list. Even though Megan's one of my movies I'm excited for, and that comes out in January. So besides Megan, there's a lot of great movies coming out in 2023. There's a lot of great video games coming out in 2023. So I want to do an anticipated games and anticipated movie stream when we come back. And we're going to try to book some celebrity guests. We're going to do more watch parties. We're going to do everything you love about the channel. We're going to continue and then some. And Derek's got plans for the channel. You know, so we all got stuff coming up. And we're going to be doing our individual top 10 TV shows and animated shows. So get ready for those videos in February. So again, thank you to everybody on screen. Real Talk, On Paper, Willdband, please sub these guys up. Now that they're terrific friends, they are talented individuals as well. The links are in the description. So that being said, we please ask you to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and spread that shit like syphilis. So USA from yours truly, Syracuse, New York, Phoenix, Arizona, Bowling Green, Kentucky, somewhere in New Jersey, Syracuse, New York, to all of our friends, fans around the world, at NerdCage Live, Willdband, Monstrosities, On Paper, and Real Talk, a movie podcast. As always, enjoy life, stay safe, eat your vegetables, do your push-ups, go to the gym, fuck math, and fuck Mr. Freeze. And remember, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yeah. See you in 2023. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, everybody.
Adios.
Stick around for these awesome promos and get trapped in the cage, motherfuckers. See ya.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Jay St. G.
And I'm Joe from FallenOne Gaming.
And we have a special message from NerdCage Live and NerdCage Live Gaming. Because we know a lot of y'all like the game, right? Well, we decided here at NerdCage that we wanted to give away something special. A big thank you. Not only a thank you, but we need your help too. Joe, what is it that we're giving away?
We are giving away an Xbox Series X.
Yes! Brand new. See? Right here, still sealed. We are giving this sucker away. But in order for us to give this away, we need your help. Get us to 1,500 subscribers and we will give this away.
If you guys get us to 1,500 subscribers, this can be all yours.
United States and Canada only. We're not shipping all over the world, all right?
Yeah.
So here's how this is going to happen. Get us to 1,500 subscribers, and then we're going to release another video on how you can enter. This is not going to be the only giveaway. So the first prize, obviously, will be the Xbox Series X, brand new, shipped right to you. Second prize will be a digital $100 gift card from Amazon.
Third place will be a $50 digital Amazon card.
Now listen, if you get us to 1,500 subscribers, just maybe, we'll do another giveaway. 1,500 subscribers, and this bad boy can be yours. Keep it tuned to NerdCage Live when we release the second video on how to enter once we hit 1,500 subscribers.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom! Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCageLive.
Ooh, trying to get out of the nerd cage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live!